This is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show.
So, did you see the NFL yesterday? They came up with very interesting new rules. They don't want players to socialize after games. They don't want them switching jerseys. Okay, and so and it's now look. I don't blame them for putting out these rules. Let me first be brutally honest here, okay? It makes all the sense in the world, but it's just funny that you've got a bunch of guys that are going to be hitting each other for 60 minutes, sweating, breathing on each other, all of that, and all of a sudden we're going to be worried about the end of the game when they're talking, the end of the game when they switch jerseys? Really? That's where we're going, and I get it. That sweat-filled jersey, if you have COVID, there's COVID on it. Totally understand, totally get it, all of that. But if you're so worried about them, then why do you have them playing football? I mean, seriously, you're letting them go home, you're letting them go out, you're not having them in a bubble. They're socializing with friends and family members after practice, after games. Then they're going back to the facility. What do you think's going to happen? So COVID is rampant all over this country. We had 61,000 cases yesterday. We lost nearly 900 Americans yesterday. We've lost nearly 2,700 Americans in the last 3 days. Okay? It is worse now than it was 4 months ago. Here in South Florida, we've got 4 times the amount of ICU beds used now than we were in March. So you're going to worry about at the end of the game, after 60 minutes of just sweat and disgust all throughout that field, and they're spreading that COVID all over the place, but let's not switch jerseys. Come on, man. If you're really worried about their health, if you're really worried about the game, you would table the game till next year. Okay? Since you can't bubble the entire NFL, and look, we all understand you can't bubble them. I mean, think about keeping all of those people in one place. It's impossible. That's a lot of people. And the other thing I keep wanting to remind college football and the NFL, most all of your coaches, man, they're old. Your trainers are old. Sure, there's some young guys sprinkled in, but there's a lot of old coaches. So you're going to throw them all with those players out there. It's not a good combination, man. So we're worried about them changing jerseys or, hey, I can't talk to you after the game, but I can tackle your ass for 4 quarters.
That reminds me of...
Wait a minute, hold on. You know that there's going to be piles, right? And you know when they tackle a guy, the guy that's on top of the guy that got tackled, he's going to look at him and go, hey, how's some COVID for you? He's going to breathe all over him. He's going to spit all over him. Okay? That's what's going to happen. Guaranteed. I mean, these people are brutal, dude. Okay? They stick fingers in every orifice in your body trying to spit that ball out. You're holding onto the ball and you got fingers trying to penetrate all your orifices. Yes, that happens under the pile. You think those guys, for fun, are going to be breathing on each other? Come on, man. Oh, and by the way, do we get a 15-yard personal flag? Breathing on a player. Wait a minute, but we've been doing that on every snap. Yeah. Yeah, they're really concerned about the player's safety.
You ever heard the Joker analogy? The lady's sitting there and the guy's got all these cows and he's trying to get them up the trough and he's got a whip and she walks over and she's yelling at him, stop beating up those cows and blah, blah, blah. So he stops and he pushes them up. They get in. You know where they're going? the slaughterhouse.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, of course. Ray Grulong chiming in on a little super chat. Thank you, Ray.
I know that, dude.
Super chat.